kicks, it's on the way! It is! Good! It's good! It's good! The Saints
All right, welcome back to Bravado Wireless's 2019 Football Media Days. And here with me today is the Fort Gibson Tigers. And joining us with the Tigers is Coach Whiteley here in the middle, Tavian Woodworth, Carson Ladd, Braden Morgan, and Zane Potter. And y'all stay tuned for more from the Fort Gibson Tigers. We'll be right back.
At Bravado Wireless, we don't believe in wasting your time or ours. Our mission is to serve you with honesty and integrity. That's why we offer upfront, competitive pricing with no hidden fees in our plan. For $40 a line, you get unlimited talk, text, and data. Nationwide coverage, no data caps, and no restrictions. No matter whether it's your first, second, or third line, you only pay $40. All that with coverage on America's best network. We're your local wireless provider. Come get to know us. Go bold. Go Bravado.
Welcome back to Bravado Wireless. My name is Dion Amade. First question for the head ball coach up there. Coach, general thoughts about the upcoming season?
Well, first, I'm excited to be here because it means football season's almost here. So, I'm like any other coach. I like to brag about my players, what we accomplished in the spring and the summer. And got a great senior class coming back, so I look forward to lots of leadership from them to help with our younger kids. And we're excited about there's just some kind of excitement. I've known that I got to coach these kids in 7th grade, so there's kind of a buzz around town about this football team, especially with our seniors. It's a big class, so everyone's real excited about it, and we'll see what happens.
You mentioned that senior class. It seems like you got a lot of experience coming back. Can you expand upon that a little bit?
Well, most of our seniors have been 1 or 2 year starters. Some of them will be 3-year starters. So, that's the experience that a few seasons ago, we didn't have when they were sophomores playing, or even last year when they were just juniors. So we're going to look to them to lead this team and to guide this team and to help us win football games.
Coach, and with that experience, there's probably no place more deep and more wide than the run game. Big stable of running backs. In terms of developing that and then having these guys be unselfish because there's only so many carries to go around. How is that emphasized, and how do they respond to that from the coach's standpoint?
Well, in the spring, we've got 4 senior running backs, and 2 of them have rushed for 1,000 yards in the season before, or over 1,500 yards in the season before. And, when you're a tailback in an I formation offense, you want the football. That's what it is. But most of our tailbacks will also start on defense, so we feel like we can put any of them in at any time, whether it be Taven, Jesse, Connor, or Codell, and we can be successful doing that. So, our guys aren't selfish to the extent of, they're going to project out and say, hey, I need the ball, but everyone better want the ball. I mean, that's part of being a tailback.
Cameron Dornan's got a year under his belt now, full off season. What have you seen there that you really like in terms of his whole evaluation going into next year?
Well, we didn't look for him to have to play last year. And when Robbie Allen got hurt, he was forced into a situation he wasn't ready for. So we had to get him ready very quickly. I mean, he got reps in practice like every quarterback does, but not like he should have because we weren't ready for that to happen. But he's made a lot of progress in the spring. What I like is every day after morning workouts, he's out there throwing. His arm's gotten a little bit stronger. His footwork's gotten a little bit better. I mean, he's still got some work to do like any high school quarterback, but he's come along just fine.
Passing it down to Tavian here. I've got a question for him. Again, you've heard Coach talk about the shared load there at running back. You guys are also going to have a break to play defense because you're expected to perform there. Just embrace this. And what do you see in terms of your your numbers this year and how this all going to work out. I mean, you know, a lot of guys to hand the ball off to.
I think it'll work out great. I mean, I just want to get the job done. Yeah.
Okay, you guys. I mean, this offense with the run percentage of run pass. I mean, it's very easily conceivable that you could have two 1,000-yard guys in the same backfield. I mean, in the past couple of years, one of them's had it, and the other one's you just come up short because of injury and all that. This year, I mean, 1,500, would even be conceivable, would it not? It's 1,500 yards. I mean, what's your goal? Even though you're going to be sharing the load, what's a goal for you in terms of the numbers you want to have?
My goal is 1,000 with all of us running backs in the backfield.
Okay, Coach, that's pretty unselfish when it's 1,000. But what do you see in terms of the ground success this year? There seems like there ought to be enough there, for these. For two of these guys to get about 1,500.
Well, we're going to run the football. I mean, that's no secret. Everyone we play knows that.
Yeah.
We're going to run the ball first, and we'll throw probably thirdly. We'll probably run the ball first and second, and then throw it lastly. But our play action pass is real big. But no, as much as we run the ball and how much we're going to be changing our running backs in, it doesn't really matter to me. I know as a goal, Tavian would like to have 1,000. Jesse would probably like to have 1,000. The other guys, would like to. But it doesn't matter to me as long as we move the ball and score points. Who's running the ball?
I'm going to let you pump their egos up a little bit more. You look at the different tandem backs throughout football at the different levels. Can you draw a comparison to these your two main guys that are going to be starters to anybody in the past? Thunder and lightning is what I was thinking of. But,
yeah, with our four backs, it's lightning, 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 and lightning. So we're not real thunderous, but anyone can go the distance if they break loose. But, I just look at it as anytime we can get two of them in the backfield at the same time, be a good thing. Anytime one of them's dotting the I, it won't matter to us. Just feed him the ball.
Okay. Carson, as a tight end in this offense, we've, the play action passes and short game, your numbers ought to be pretty special too. Talk about your role and how you see this offense developing.
Well, the first is always running, so I always got to do my part, just blocking for Tavian and Jesse. And then whenever my time comes, I'll catch it and go for a couple yards, but that's about it.
Okay. Zane, being an offensive lineman, when you've got this kind of stable behind you and what your job is, and does this depth make your job easier? How excited is it as an offensive lineman to know you've kind of got this kind of weaponry?
I think it's pretty exciting, but I'm always going to block. We're all going to block as hard as we can, no matter who's running the ball.
Okay, Braden, defensively, kind of break this side of the ball down. Got a lot of pursuit. How does this line up for the Tigers in 2019?
Well, we're just going to hit them hard, and that's pretty much it. We're just going to hit them hard.
Yeah. Does Coach Whitley? I almost did it again. You mentioned on your information form that 1999 state state finalist lost to Weatherford in the championship game. Teddy Lehman and that group. How are you playing that to this team in terms of the history of this program and the tradition and what those guys were able to accomplish? And is there value in the nines, so to speak?
I sure hope so. But, that was a special team back in '99. I wasn't there. I knew about them because I was coaching at another school. So, obviously, I followed and and being an OU fan of watching Teddy play there and then at OU. But it's 20th anniversary, and shoot, we'd like to do something special, this year, kind of for in another generation, so to speak, with these kids. With our non-district schedule and our district schedule being as tough as it is, if we can get through that and make the playoffs, so we can play with anyone.
Coach, with the four horsemen back there in the backfield, that I formation, it kind of seems like a advantage for you. But is there any other formations that we're going to see, not to get into your game plan, any wishbone with the option of four backs back there?
Well, I know Coach Bradley, our offensive coordinator, he's a smart guy. So I would assume that there will be some times when there's more than one tailback in the backfield.
And Mr. Woodworth, you were honored with the selection of being one of the VIPE top 100 players in Oklahoma. Talk about a little bit about that honor.
It was awesome. I mean, that's a big accomplishment to do something. Yeah.
All right, Carson. So I've seen you giggling a little bit up there. So I'm a guess that you're one of the jokesters on the team, and if not, who are some of the guys that really gets the guys to have fun and let loose?
Let's see. Definitely Cordell Ford and Zane a little bit. Just him being himself. He's just a goofy kid. And then that's probably about it. I can't think of anybody else.
All right, so Zane, your boy put you on the spot there. What are some of the things that you do to have fun and get the guys let loose and have some fun and make some memories?
Just relax and make memories, and also know when to go full speed in practice. And
so full speed in practice makes the guys laugh and have fun?
No. Like knowing when to joke and not to joke is a big part of it.
So with that being said, what's that locker room environment all about? I'm going to put that motion to Morgan down there. What kind of atmosphere is in the locker room? What kind of music are y'all playing? What kind of things are being done in there?
I mean, it's fun, but when we get down to business, I mean, when it's business time, we do it. I mean.
Braden had a conversation with Coach Bethel a couple of days ago about him coming in, being the new defensive coordinator. His thoughts on you guys, and the first thing he said was, come in here. There's absolutely no rebuilding to this team. What have you seen different, with that voice? And y'all have had a couple of guys in the past 2 or 3 years as defensive coordinator. What do you see with him when you got that new voice in your ear, and how does he change the dynamic?
Well, just his energy and his knowledge of the game, pretty much.
Personality-wise, is there different? I mean, some of these guys will come out there, really fired up and excited and hyper on the field. Some are, more business. What's your impression there?
Well, he's a little bit of both, man.
He mixes it up. Yeah, that's the head coach in him, a former head coach. Coach, you mentioned we talked about the 20th year anniversary. Is there anything special you guys are planning, this year in recognition of that 99 team?
Yeah, we've got some things in the works. Booster Club, we've been talking about that, so it could be a nice surprise for the town of Fort Gibson at one point.
Have any of these guys, had any contact with, the players or come out, to talk? Is there anything along that line that?
We're working on that. We've had some that, everyone goes their separate ways. We're talking about 20 years ago. Everyone's, build their own lives. But we are looking for getting trying to get some of those players back.
Okay.
Coach, at the end of the season, what would you consider a successful year for you and your guys?
Well, goals are goals, reasonable goals, attainable goals, and then, there's always every team likes to talk about the goal ball. What we do is we try to, take it a step at a time. Obviously, win more games than we lose, vie for a district title, win a playoff game and then let everything go. But, this team, if it develops and our underclassmen develop and we get some solid backups at some key positions, 8-9 wins is attainable.
I want to ask this in general, and somebody that really feels a passion for it, pick up the microphone. I had Shakota in here yesterday, and we were talking about what means more, beating Eufaula or winning state. And, there was actually one guy that said beating Eufaula, the rest of them said, winning state. The Rock has kind of gathered some dust over south of town here. How much does that mean? You guys are in a pretty good position to maybe yank that back. What does that tradition, mean to you? And I'm really looking for somebody that, has a special meaning regarding that. This is something you really would like to do for your own personal redemption. Anybody? Nope. Carson, talk about that. I mean, just another game.
I mean, it's a pretty big game. They've had it for a while now, and I think we'll be able to get it back this year, but we'll see.
But on the degree of smack, even on the field, it's an emotionally charged, game, play to play. A lot of talk back and forth and all. You guys have grown up watching this, Rock situation. It's pretty well been set. There was a time in which, the Rock, Hilldale won it the first year and they left it on the bench. They forgot about it, So, what does this mean to take this back to, school and, have everybody else, watching you guys, take pictures with it, there after the game, that kind of thing. Put yourself in that situation and give me some thoughts.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool to be able to do that, but it's always, if we lose, we play our best. It's not that big a deal, but, everybody wants to Rock back, but if we don't get it, it's not that big a deal.
All right, thank you, Fort Gibson Tigers. We can't wait to see you out on the field this season, and good luck. Best of all luck and no injuries this season, okay? All right, guys. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back with the next team. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
You may have seen us at your local events and wondered just exactly what we do. We provide the highest quality cell phone service, specializing in outstanding coverage, both locally and nationwide. We're headquartered right here in Oklahoma, with multiple store locations in eastern Oklahoma. We provide the most affordable, unlimited talk, text, and data plans available. For a limited time, our unlimited plan is only $40 a month, and you can receive a free LG K30. Make sure you stop in now and enjoy our other amazing summer deals before they end. Visit Bravado Wireless store locations for all other details, or go to bravadowireless.com for more information. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.